And welcome everybody to the Swain Batty League Season 8. Uh, this is the final week of the regular season, Week 5. It all comes down to this. I am 30, and today I am joined by Thor in the casting booth. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, just praying for that W tonight.
Yep, a lot of teams are praying for that W because there's a lot of different scenarios that can happen after tonight's games. Potential three-way tiebreaker, and
No,
that
please.
gets that
No,
that gets
please.
we haven't even figured out what we're gonna do with that yet. Yeah, but game one here, we're starting off with TD2, the U Technicality, on the blue side, going up against Tilted Forward on the purple side. TD2 coming into this game 1-3, just trying to salvage a second win of the season, trying to enter the playoffs a little bit stronger, a little bit more confident. Tilted Forward, though, started the season off 0-2, won 2 games back to back, and are surging and are in the race for that second seed tonight. What do you think about these teams? Who do you think's what do
I
you think?
think Tilted Forward has definitely made a huge comeback. They finally seem to have found their stride, but their players finally picking up those control mages in the top lane for an eye circulation, putting him on a easier element for him to play up there. Whereas T-Dank 2 is really trying to struggle to find a true identity still. I know last week they didn't have Salvo for technical difficulties, so it's good to see him back. So hopefully this week will be a return for the dominant bot lane from Sasquatch and Salvo.
Yeah, and they also had an emergency sub on top of that. So yeah, it was a very tough week for them to try to win. Um, but yeah, I also agree that this Salvo versus Sasquatch bot lane is really what this team needs to drive it home into the playoffs. We're all about to get started, hopefully soon.
Yep, it will definitely be an interesting matchup across the board for these two teams. With Cruise Master against Thrifty Senpai, that seems lopsided, but Cruise Master has been playing pretty decently against the other mid laners in the league.
Yeah, I think he's really exceeded expectations this season. Last season, he had some very questionable games in the mid lane. But this year, he's definitely, or at least season, he has definitely held his own, or even won laning phases remarkably. I think game one was it where he really got far ahead.
Yeah, that was his very dominant game on Swain.
Yeah.
Looking at some of the other matchups, I think the key matchups will be the Thermidor versus Dubdrum in the jungle. That's always an exciting matchup. Two of our better junglers here in the SBL going at it. And also the bot lane matchup, because Madam Stripe and Kishot Underling have been playing very well recently.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's almost like they're getting better every week, and I don't know if that. I think Madam Stripe actually touched on this in an interview. It's just that now that him and Thrifty are finally getting back into the game, they're playing more often. Everything's just the getting the oil on the tires. They're really moving in full gear now. So bans coming out really quick. Both teams seem to be pretty prepared. Zyra, Skarner, and Karthus bans for T-Dank 2, and Jinx, Vi, and Malphite coming in from Tilted Forward. Pretty common bans here.
Yeah, it
Jinx, Skarner, Karthus, Zyra, all target bans.
looks like T-Dank 2 learned from the top lane Emporium last week not to leave the Karthus up. It's just too strong of a pick there for that Thrifty Senpai.
Yeah, it's just too. I mean, even if he does get behind, if they're able to sustain and farm it out and get to that late game 35 minute plus mark, he still is just a hyper carry when it comes to magic damage. So yeah, always a threat when you leave it in Thrifty's hands. First pick coming in for T-Dang 2 is going to be a Karma. Interesting. I'd assume that'd be going. Well, it's probably intended for Cruise Master in the mid lane. He's been known to play Karma in the past, especially in support. But I don't know. It could be flexed to Sasquatch down bot. I just don't know if he actually plays it.
Yeah, it's a very good first pickup, especially so the other team doesn't really know what you're trying to go for yet. And it gives them some flexibility. If they see something out of the enemy team where they don't like it as support, they can move it mid, and if they don't like it mid, they can move it to support.
Yeah, and first rotation for Tilted Forward is going to be Misfortune and Braum. So once again, Madam Stripe returning to this misfortune. He found great success on it the last 2 weeks, and they're 2 victories. And following the "if it ain't broke, don't fix it" mentality, he had a very dominant laning phase, I think, last week. And I wouldn't say very dominant, but it was good. And misfortune can be a lane bully in her own regards.
No, this is
especially with a Braum on the top.
It's a very strong lane there. Misfortune's able to sit behind that Braum and get off most of her ulti, usually, as well as just deal tons of DPS with that passive from Braum just stepping in huge there.
And so, second rotation from TD2, we have Kog'Maw and Jarvan locked in. And now, I haven't seen these champions a lot recently. Very interesting pickup. Jarvan is so far away from what we expect out of Thermidor. I'm so curious on how he's going to play that. But the Kog'Maw...
I love the Kog'Maw pick. Put Salva on something that can carry late. He's one of your better players on your team. Might as well have him try to hard carry your team late in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now they have a... I don't know what that's just a troll.
That's
offer,
a troll.
But,
that's a coffee troll.
Yeah, but a Juggernaut composition, haven't seen that in so long. It already has one fitting part with the Karma keeping him alive, but then also the Jarvan to go in and to pull aggro away from Kog'Maw so he can stay alive. Lissandra and Kindred actually locked in on the other side here. So that Kindred, I keep hearing rumors that Kindred may be popping up now, like her popularity is like slowly rising. I heard that Dubdrum was starting to play it, and sure enough, we see it here, week 5 SBL. He's going to be playing Kindred jungle.
Yeah,
what's your read on that?
After doing the scouting report last week, my team found that Dubdrum had only played Kindred all week long, and he was putting up pretty decent numbers from what I heard on the Kindred, so it's going to be an interesting pick. It gives them another carry to go off in the jungle. And it definitely gives their team a lot of survivability, but if the Kog'Maw gets rolling, it's a scary thing.
Yeah, Kindred really just cannot match up with the range Kog'Maw could put out as far as damage goes. And there's the last champs locked in here for TD2. So yeah, they're not participating in any kind of tiebreakers tonight. They're not securing that bye week.
No,
they picked Tryndamere and Yasuo.
And off of those picks, I'm now interested to see if Sasquatch goes mid. He plays a ton of Yasuo in solo queue. And seeing the spell hover, it was quite interesting there for a second.
Oh man, we got this game 1. We are starting off.
There's
hot
so
with
many
some juicy
rotations.
picks.
And now we see the Blab or Renai circulation famous Vel'Koz coming in.
Yeah, as the very last counter pick, going up against what I believe is a Cruise Master on the Yasuo. No, of
it's
course not.
For Sasquatch, this is gonna be interesting. They lack heavily on AP for TD2.
Yes.
It's gonna be either we win the lanes or we go down in a burning heap.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It is it's just a very volatile team composition. It's all damage, very squishy. Yeah, it's really ride or die for TD2, but rounding out the composition for Tilted Forward, pretty well rounded. They're once again running that double AP that they seem to have locked in on. Renai Circulation, actually, he's going to play the Vel'Koz, obviously, so he's actually going to be playing mid this game. Thrifty going into the top lane, presumably. Not real much of a, just the lane length is really the big difference there. They've both played these champions many times.
There will be blood this game. Everyone is just out to cut throats. Between the one tank team with Jarvan and Braum, everybody else is like, screw you guys. I want to murder some people this game. And who knows?
It's like they saw Karma, and then Tilted was like, oh yeah? Well, what about this damage? And then TD was like, oh yeah? What about all this damage? It's just a competition who can bring the most damage and the fewest amount of tanks. And right now, I think they're tied for as far as like sort of true tankiness goes, Jarvan versus Braum. Everyone else, very squishy. I mean, Lissandra builds maybe Rod of Ages for top lane, right?
Thermidor's going to build full carry. He's going to get out ahead on that Jarvan. He's going to build Assassin J4 jungle and start one-shotting this other squishy team. He's going to say, screw the tank. I don't need to tank anything. There's no such thing as tanks. And he's just going to try to assassinate as many people as possible.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be good. So I mean, Tilted Forward, they they potentially could get cheesed. I mean, this is pretty cheesy. This lineup from TD2, and this is a very important game for them. They are fighting for that second seed. They have to win tonight, and a few other things have to go their way as well. For them to get that three-way tie, JTLE would also have to win. Same with.
And so would Dinked by Mom.
Dinked by Mom, yeah. So if those three teams win tonight, folks, keep your eyes peeled because we'll figure out something next week, or I don't know. We're gonna figure out some kind of
hashtag 1v1 tournaments are the way to go.
Yeah, I mean that's what we did last season. I could very likely see that. In my opinion, it's a quick resolution. I don't think we're going to be playing full games or even small best ofs or round robin anything. It seems like a lot of extra games just to see who gets a bye. But I mean, buys are buys. Buys is very important in a very short season like this.
Especially when this will be the first best of fives everybody's going to be seeing out of each other. It gives you a lot of time to prep for that team with that. But once you have a bye, so you can see what their strategies are going into a best of series.
Yeah, this season, because it is so different from all the previous SBLs, it's different on how teams have to analyze and go forward with their preparation, right? So we only have 5 games, so it's a smaller sample size. It's only a single round robin, so you're only playing each team once. So you're not able to maybe gain some information from the first matchup and then try to improve on that on the second time. The second time you meet the team will most likely be in the playoffs. So, and that's a very important best of 5. Best of 5 so different than these best of 1s in a short season. So yeah, there's a lot to think about here. A lot of these picks so far, Tilted Forward, are common comfort picks for them. So this seems like a lineup they would have ran against any team they're going against in week 5 here.
Yeah, it's something I always thought that they could potentially run is putting Thrifty in the top lane and putting Blab on his Vel'Koz mid. I mean, when you have 2 of the better mid laners on the same team, it's always something that you can throw in there like, oh, surprise! You guys banned out Thrifty. Good thing we have Vel'Koz still. They have a lot of picks that have to be banned away on Tilted Forward.
Yeah, they do. It's it's a struggle. You look at Thrifty's champ pool, and you remember all the games he's just hard carry on certain champions like Ari and Karthus.
14-0 Dub Drum Skarner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
something you gotta be careful for.
I mean, maybe if Manastrive really goes off today on this misfortune, this could potentially be a pick that teams need to start fearing if they don't have an answer for it, because this bottom, I mean, like we talked about, they're just getting better each week, it seems like, and if they're really gelling, they could potentially be one of the better bot lanes going into the playoffs.
But I am prepared for as much cheese to happen this game as possible.
Oh yes. Has Coffee's Tryndamere been banned every week until now?
No, I don't think anybody's banned Tryndamere because everybody's like, it's a solo queue champion. The return of Death God Nero in League.
And every team knows it. I'm sure everyone who does the research are like, oh yeah, this guy basically spams Tryndamere whenever he can. But no one's like, yeah, whatever. We'll let it slide if it happens. I'd assume his team probably didn't want him playing it, because it's such a risky pick in the SBL where like a lot of these games are decided by grouping in 5v5 team fights or on dragons and barons. There's not a lot of finesse needed to get far in this league as far as like split pushing comps go.
But with this comp they got going, it's anybody's game.
Yeah.
They're looking for an advantage in one of the 3 lanes, and they're gonna go, we're gonna push that lane into death.
Yeah. If one of their lanes gets ganked, they're like, all right, this lane's over. We're now putting all of our money on these other 2 lanes.
Right. I'm a little sad that Coffee didn't fully commit to the solo queue and didn't take the Ignite, but Teleport's still good for split pushing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, top lane's all mucked up with people. Might as well just teleport down bot lane, start taking that instead.
Yeah. Gotta get the Clown Fiesta in the bottom lane.
So he is going up against Thrifty Senpai, so that is a tough opponent.
Yep. One could argue that this is one of the bigger skill discrepancies as far as a solo lane goes we've seen this season. Coffee has always struggled with the laning phase, sometimes getting bullied around, being pretty badly. Thrifty, otherwise known for his actual dominant laning phase. So, we'll keep our eyes peeled for that one. that could get interesting very fast. Pretty standard openings for level 1s. No invades. No cheesiness there so far.
We do see Dub starting on the top side though, which is a change from normal. We do see Stripe and Kiss Shot starting the Gromp to get an early AXP advantage.
Yep. That's a good call on their part. Once they get into this wave here, they'll need a couple minions from Adam Stripe, and they'll hit the level 2, but getting a ton of damage when he's trying to get in there and get his first CS in the game. Yeah, Salvo and Cruise Master not holding anything back. That pretty much negated the level 2 advantage that they had. Man.
That is a lot of damage out of her nice circulation already.
Yeah. Wowzers. Dub looking like he's getting that first mark potentially early on. Actually, he skips by it. Paying a visit to the enemy jungle here.
Looks like they were trying to sneak behind Sasquatch.
I guess they were looking for Thermidor, thinking that he started on bottom side, but he also started on blue side. So yeah, but he's gonna get that mark. Gonna make him a happy kindred today.
Yeah, it's always nice to get those early marks. Betting Thermidor is a little upset that it didn't spawn on the bottom side because it's a 50-50.
Yeah, it looks like some intense trading going on in the top lane. There's some trading going on in mid lane, but one person's getting the bad end of the deal there. I'd assume that's a very tough matchup for Yasuo early on, just from all the range and hope that Bel'Kaz can dish out, where Yasuo has to get in that minion wave to try to CS. Oh, a lot of karma damage coming out of Cruise Master, and the auto attacks, Thunderlords was procced as well. Madamstripe's gonna use his first health pot and last health pot of the laning phase.
This is very unnatural for a Kog'Maw lane to be so aggressively pushing this early on, especially against a Misfortune and Braum lane. You think they would be pushed into their turret already at this point?
Yeah, it is. Just from the nature of melee versus range supports, there is a little respect you have to give to our Karma support, but he doesn't have to play as scared as he's playing right now. Kissat, I'm really talking about. He can get up there. He can take some of that Q damage away from his AD, and at least.
Yeah, Braum's one of those champions that you can trade on as a melee because of the threat of the stun.
Right. Yeah. Just gonna take that skull. Oh yeah. So the TD2 there, they saw Molly might have been rotating, so they get out of there. A little dangerous play there.
Yeah, it wasn't worth contesting, especially knowing Dubdrum probably had smite up.
Yep. Huh? For Sasquatch, he's coming back in now. Now he's laying down the damage, evening out the health pools in the mid lane, keeping up with CS as well, which is a good thing. We actually see Coffee having a CS lead, but it's probably going to change. Thrifty had a recall here. Just getting an Amp Tome and a Pink Ward. Very interesting. Should even it up with this wave at his tower.
Yeah, lanes are pretty even across the board, actually.
Very surprising for some lanes, not surprising for others. And I assume we're going to see Dubdum to actually just probably hard farm this out as fast as he can. He got the Skirmish Saber already. We see Thermidor getting the Hunter's Tailspin, maybe looking for a gank. Yeah, Pink's coming in. They're looking at the bottom lane for a gank here. They are pushed in.
I like this.
Yeah, they don't actually have a ward in that tri-push.
The mentality of a Misfortune Braum lane is going to be, I want to push the enemy team back.
Yeah, and they're going in. Cruise Master hits the slow end to kiss out Undulate. Knockup comes in, but he's got the Braum shield up. Will he survive? And looks like he will. Summoner heal just to secure his life there, and only getting one summoner out of it. But
that's
it's
still
something.
worth trade. Because it once again gives Kog'Maw the free farming lane that he wants.
Yeah, very true. Any kind of pressure that's alleviated from the Kog'Maw is good. He just needs to sit and farm his little Kog'Maw pants off.
Dubdrum is currently getting very lucky with these marks.
Yeah, oh, the tether's actually going to land on the Madam Stripe. He is super low. No heal, but he'll stay alive for now. Yeah, but now they're just sort of under. This is so odd for a Kog'Maw lane to be able to do this against the Misfortune and Braum.
This is really looking good right now for TD2.
Some deep vision coming from Dubdrum and Thrifty, I believe. They're able to spot out Thermidor, so no top lane gank available. Coffee is staying. He stayed in CS2. Look at this. This is what a champ.
Yeah, that is his solo queue main. He only spams Tryndamere and solo queue. So
yeah,
it
so
is,
I assume he's played this matchup before.
I would hope so.
Or at least against like AP ranged of some sort. Thermidor and Dubdrum, they're meeting in the topside river.
This is a
A lot of
dangerous
damage
fight.
coming down, but the third proc's gonna come in for Dubdrum, but Thermidor has to flag and drag out of there.
Oh.
He flashes out just to be sure he doesn't die there. The Ignite goes down to Dubdrum, and first blood going over to Sasquatch. Vel'Koz comes out to try to deter Coffee, but only one kill going over to TD2.
Coffee. What are you doing, Coffee? He's got ulti, man.
Oh.
Scary things.
Yeah.
But Blab is low on mana, and so is Thrifty. They don't have enough for a full... They could probably do one rotation, and that's it with the mana levels that they have.
Yep. Claw out from Thrifty there, but yeah, good awareness of the situation. They're able to come and aid Thermidor in the river, and they get the jump onto a very squishy Kindred for Dubdrum early on in this game, picking up first blood, going over to your Yasuo, never a bad thing.
Yeah, I think that was a good attempt by Dubdrum to try to get in there and kill, because he knew he had the damage after having 3 stacks already. But unfortunately, his team was just a little too slow on the rotation to come in and help save him.
Yeah. And we got
SBL pause.
Yeah, hashtag pause of the game. This one brought to you by water. Just drink it. And yeah, so yeah, Mr. Coffee here. He has a family. He's a family man. Has to attend to that.
Yep. Just like in real life, Coffee adds assists wherever he goes. Always got your back.
Yeah, Coffee's got your back. In your league game, in your marriage, he's got your back everywhere. But this is, I mean, First Blood is, it's not the end of the game. This isn't, I'm not playing with random solo queuers who say the game's over in AFK and base. This game is far from over, but very surprising, in my opinion, to actually see that First Blood sort of go over so cleanly to TD2.
It was a very clean kill.
Yeah, and they had like an escape route out and everything. Yeah.
It's only netted a 100 gold lead, but not even. But it is definitely an interesting early start to this game.
So yeah, we're going back to that farm game. Dubdrum just looking to power farm once again. For Sasquatch looking to pick up a greedy scuttle in this bottom side river. He sees Dubdrum, maybe decides to go in on it, but he is cornered by Renai Circulation. The Yasuo comes out, but he will die before he gets some juicy hits off. So yeah, traded back right away. So a little greedy play there out of Sasquatch. Evens up the kill score.
Yeah, I don't know quite why he was going down for the Scuttle Crab. It looked like at first he was going for a gank, then he just kind of stopped. And got his
what's this? A Scuttle Crab?
and got his hand caught in the cookie jar.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very odd. I mean, yeah, I guess bot lane was pushed in, so there was an opportunity for the gank there. But yeah, he didn't have eyes on his mid laner there. Had to have maybe assumed for nice circulation to sniff that one out, or at least said, "Hey, he's coming bot."
Yeah, luckily for him, there wasn't a mark on Sasquatch. Otherwise, this would be very dangerous to already have 4 stacks on the Kindred.
Oh, what? That double up damage? That was crazy. Just with the serrated Dirk and a Doran's blade, that's already hitting so hard. But yeah, Thermidor, he's back for the return gank in the bottom lane here. He's got the double buff. Rommel comes out to disengage and stops the Plague and Drag out of Thermidor.
Oh,
he has
that
the
ult.
ultimate onto Jarvan. MF ult is popped, and it's gonna take Thermidor its elbow extremely low. They have to get back. Thrifty, he teleported into the bottom lane. Mr. Coffee, he teleported into the bottom lane. Coffee's here now. Thrifty Senpai picking up the first kill of the fight. Mr. Coffee trying to stay alive in the back line, trying to get the kill on the Madam Stripe. Will he do it? Tryndamere ult pop, and he won't. Double kill for Madam Stripe.
This went
And 4 kills
south
for
so
0
fast.
for Tilted Forward.
This went south so fast. That was a huge turn out of Madam Stripe. Especially because he knew the Braum wall was right up in front of him.
Yeah, that was a really cool play. I mean, Kiss Out Underling nailing the Glacial Fissure there, stopping the Flagging Drag in the first part. They get Jarvan ulted, but that's alright. They just stayed inside of it, put up the Braum shield, and Madam Stripe's like, today is the day, and he just pops the MF ult. Gets a bunch of return damage, but yeah, the teleport's coming in for both top laners. Thrifty obviously able to bring a little bit more early on with Lissandra ultimate, and it turns out huge. This is already, look at this is 4K gold lead already. They got first brick, they got the dragon. This, wow.
That's a huge turn. That's
0 to 100 here.
Yeah, TD2 really was not ready for that. And now it will be very tough for them to come back from that huge swing.
See how TD2 can recover from that. You know, it's all right. They have this composition of theirs has 3 late game scaling damage threats. I mean, almost you have 2 hyper carries. You have Tryndamere and Kog'Maw for sure, but actually Yasuo comes in, knockup comes in.
Good
Yeah.
flash EQ out of Thermidor there to net that kill.
Yeah, good knock-up combo there.
And like you said, it looks like TD2 has now decided their lane that they want to win. It is on the back for Sasquatch to carry this game.
Yeah. Haven't terribly seen a lot of jungle pressure from TD2 into the top lane. They're maybe leaving Coffee onto the island here, but Coffee, oh, he actually dashes forward. Nothing to see there, and the clock comes out. Ult comes out from Thrifty Senpai, and
so
that will
close.
be the kill.
If only he didn't spin away.
Yeah, was he just trying to get the extra bit of damage there? Because it was just a short dash.
Oh my god, that Q.
Oh, Thermidor's in this bush. They don't have it where they don't know actually. But maybe they. Oh, that might be a tricky mind game out of Madam Stripe. It does make it rain in the bush to see, or to show like, hey, I maybe know you're there. Thermidor not recalling that. He's actually sticking in on this. And now they realize, hey, we don't have a tower here. Maybe we shouldn't push up so far. Blab probably went missing in the mid lane there. But a good effort out of Coffee there to try for the solo.
Yeah, no, especially against Thrifty Senpai to just commit like that and just say, you know what, I'm gonna fight you. Just a small misplay, otherwise a very good attempt.
But like I said earlier, or just a little bit ago, it's a lot of scaling on this TD2 lineup. They can suffer some casualties here in this early game. It's almost the 15-minute mark, but they can't lose too much here. Giving up Dragon, giving up first break, sure, it gets you 9 in goal, but they gotta stem the bleeding somehow, get their lanes into a good position, farm it out, and power up here. Dub Jump paying a visit to the top lane, clearing out some vision, pressuring Coffee now. Yeah, no gank to happen here. Thermidor is also on this top side as well, so he might convince the top lane turret to help defend here. Coffee being very aggressive, just saying, get off my tower.
Yep. Oh, and we do have Thermidor and Renai meeting in the river, but...
Well, look at this teaming too. They are grouping as a 3-man unit here in this mid lane early on. I'm not even trying to answer the tier 1 bot tower. They just say, hey, stick our bot into mid and call it a day. Thermidor maybe missing the flank and drag there. Maybe on purpose, not
I think
sure.
he was just out of range.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no knock up to be had anyway, but he is there showing his presence. Keeping that top lane tower alive, so Coffee can extend this laning phase out a little bit more, get some more farm. He is now falling behind in CS because Thrifty, he's already got this Rod of Ages and Sorcerer Shoes completed at 15 minutes. That is so early.
Yeah, that is a definite huge buy for Lissandra. And I'm loving this rotation right now by Tilted Forward. They just knew that there were members off the map, and then if they rotated 5 mid, they could get a ton of damage on that turret.
Yeah, but Sasquatch though, he's got that early static shiv, and he just queued the wave once, and it cleared it out pretty fast.
That wind wall was really good at stopping a lot of Madam Stripe's damage on the turret.
Yep, and we got another SBL #pause of the game. Lag issues, apparently. From the tilted forward side, not sure who. Huh, so let's assess here. We got a little less than a 4k gold lead still for tilted forward, 6-2 in kills, up a tower, up a dragon here. They have that tier 1 bot tower gone now, so really, like you said, they're grouping 5 here in the mid, trying to get out this mid tier 1 tower. How do you think that's... Do you think they're gonna get that? I mean, they are going against both the solo lanes for TD2 are Yasuo and Tryndamere, so not a lot of wave clear aside from static shiv.
I still think that TD2 has a good amount of control over protecting that turret because of Wind Wall, and Karma and Kog'Maw can clear waves pretty efficiently, as well as the static shiv proc from Yasuo. And it gives their Tryndamere time to just farm in a different lane, but Thrifty seems to be now shutting that down.
Oh, look at the wards on this topside river for tilted forward. They have it completely on lockdown, even some deep vision onto the blue side of TD2. So yeah, they will see every rotation coming in, and they'll be able to maybe catch people out if they try to come in on the mid lane.
Giving Thrifty the ability to just pressure top lane freely without so he knows when or where people are coming from. It's really crucial here.
Oh yeah, as he continues the lane dominance here. Not really scared of anything.
Though TD2 still isn't in that bad of a spot right now with the champions they have. They can scale into that late game and look for split pushing or picks.
Yep. Yeah, they just gotta try to farm this one now. Dragon's up in 10 seconds here. It might be a wise decision for them to maybe just get this one up. Both teleports are up though, for both top laners in the game. So this could get messy, like the bot lane fight earlier. But looks like some pretty dominant dragon control for tilted
Coffee
forward
going
here.
in again, but getting slapped in the face a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, and he's gonna get the Lissandra ult as well. Flashes and Tryndamere ult just to try to stay alive. And
oh wow!
Oh,
Blue team steals the dragon.
Salvo. Shit, dude. When do we get replays in this? I gotta jump back here. Yeah. What happened?
Wow. Ooh, I like that teleport, but a good play out of Thrifty, but the flash coming down onto him from Yasuo will net Sasquatch a kill onto Thrifty Senpai. But Thrifty will pick up that top lane turret. Oh no, I still think it was worth for Thrifty.
Yeah.
So that Yasuo is starting to get big.
I think, yeah, trading a tower for your life, especially on how far ahead you are, it's definitely a worth trade. But yeah, Salvo, I think he just art over the wall, stole it there.
Wow.
So that's
Knowing Dub Drum, he is the kind of person to start a dragon without smite and then say it as you're doing the dragon.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not entirely surprised.
Classic junglers here. And Dub Drum or 9 circulation, they are maybe on the chase
wow.
here.
That's a lot of return damage from Sasquatch though on that short dash.
Wow, oh, Sasquatch, he's gonna get built
circulation
ulted as he just walks away, and the mastery emo is flashed. Renai circulation never disappoints on this Vel'Koz.
Yeah, he is a Squiggle Dicks main for a reason.
You know, Cruz and Salvo and Turbidor, they all pay a visit to the top lane. Knockup goes on to the Dub Drum.
Good ult from
Lancer
Dub.
Spike comes out to try to keep him alive with the
Oh,
jump.
but Blab gets caught too.
Yeah. Oh, and
huge
Renai circulation's gonna go down too. Coffee without that Trinity ult that he had to use earlier. And Thrifty coming in with a teleport to round out a kill.
Looks like he was actually up, but I think he was still CC'd, so he couldn't actually activate it.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
But Madam Stripe and Kishad Underling doing a good job of just splitting and taking another free turret.
Undefended tier 2 bottom tower. Yeah, that's a good thing to get. Salvo, he's wiggling away. I think he's safe here.
I do too. Oh, I don't think the flash is necessary. Thrifty didn't have ults.
Yeah.
But that is a respect flash, so
yeah. Yeah, it's tough to time a lot of these ultimates. I think they might be so much longer than they actually are. Only 83 seconds for Frozen Tomb. And it's such a powerful ultimate too. I mean, it's so simple in what it does when you use it on an enemy, but it's so good. It's point and click. It really gets the job done. Tons of burst damage too. Look at this item breakpoint for Thrifty so far. 3, 1, and 2. Zoni's Hourglass and Rod of Ages at 21 minutes.
And with the Kindred, he's not gonna die forever in these fights.
Yeah, a lot of death prevention. That you know, you bring that up. Same goes over to TD2 though. Coffee in his own right can really extend some fights out with his ultimate if played right.
I do want to take a second to point out that how well Madam Stripe is doing right now. He is up 3 CS, hasn't died yet, and is hitting huge item breakpoints right now with the Death Splitter Drakthar and Youmuu's Ghostblade already completed. He is doing quite well for himself.
Yeah, he's definitely in that core misfortune zone right now. Yeah, both of those items alone do so much damage, and Cruisemaster potentially getting caught out in the mid lane uses the Respect Flash to keep alive here. And once it was a 5-man siege from TD2, it's now a 5-man siege from Tilted Forward.
That was a good flash out of Cruz.
He was just dead to rights there if he didn't flash.
Agreed.
Yeah, Coffee seeing this opportunity is going to get into that bottom lane. Teleport is almost up for him. Thrifty Senpai just has half the cooldown left on that teleport, so Coffee gets to actually split this lane out in the bottom 3 right now while the siege comes in from
That's exactly what they want to do. And then they just keep putting up this win wall.
Oh, but that combo, that wombo, Misfortune coming in with the ultimate, takes up 1 life, Delgrim's gonna pick up the other. 2 down for TD2 right now. 50 Senpai using that Zonias to stay alive from the tower aggro, and they'll get the tower as well.
There's that survivability we were talking about. Dubdrum just jumping in there and laying down the ulti so they could take the turret and actually pick up 2 without losing anybody.
Yeah, this is very good League of Legends from this Tilted Forward squad. They knew what to do there. They saw Coffee in the bottom lane.
Dubdrum flashing in.
Auto attack. See you later,
but will die.
Yeah.
Oh, Dub.
Close. Oh man, they're gonna get an inhib turret off this too. 3 turrets from 1 push for Tilted Forward, but Coffee actually finished off in tier 2 in the bottom lane. Did we just lose 5 turrets in like 20 seconds?
Did. And looks like Coffee's going to be picked up here unless he escapes the right way. He's in a dangerous way.
He wards the bush, sees the try and
spins over.
Dashes out, but we got a very fast strutted Misfortune. Actually stopped.
But they got to get back, otherwise they're going to lose their mid-tier or first-tier turret. This is a...
Yeah, the bot lane has to recall. Maybe a lot of gold in their pockets. Yeah, 1300 from Adam Stripe. He's healthy. He doesn't need it back, but it seems like a good time. Well, I don't know. This mid tower getting pressured. Yeah, don't worry. They got the wave clear mages here.
They got the 2 mages. They got their mid laners all grouped up in the mid lane.
Yeah, but because of that extended fight in that Tilted Forward just had to recall, TD2 now has priority on this Drake, and they are in position. They put the wards out, they got the scuttle, and they start this one off. It's the Wind Drake. Turkey Senpai is in the top lane. He actually technically doesn't even have teleport yet, but yeah, they're just gonna give that one up. That's really just a bonus at this point.
Oh wow!
Hits the
Going in.
Wall, goes into the dub and
he just kills him. Wow.
Ignite might not even been needed there. That is.
No, that was just purely, I want to kill you. There's no way you're going dub drum. The SS boosted friendship is still dead. Which now, this week, with the Sasquatch starting the mid lane, 3 SS boosted friendship players are now mid laners.
What an interesting stat. Oh my god, let's talk about Locket of the Iron. Oh, actually we can't right now. Madam Stripe and the whole team are tilted forward. They're going hard. They're actually going to kill on the Salvo's Cogma there. Double kill from Madam Stripe. Coming in
huge pair of ultis from MF and Lissandra. And
wow.
Coffee just doing the split push game.
Yeah, that's wow.
What he's here for.
Yeah, 3 for 0 for tilted forward. Maybe a little bit of an overstay there. For
Definitely
TD2.
an overstay.
Yeah. But before that broke out, let's talk about Locket of the Iron Solari and why it's the best item in the game. Because it saved the Sasquatch's life. Oh my god, never mind. Renai Circulation. He's laying all these abilities. Every single one of them lands on the Coffee. And he just dies for free. Doesn't press the ult. Down goes for Sasquatch. And this is the Baron play.
Yeah, this has just been
totally free. There's nothing that can stop this.
Oh, that Cruise Master sneaky Q. No, Dub Drum's got smite up. There's no way they lose this Baron.
Wow, and just when you think TD2 they're doing the right things, they're making the best plays that they can when they're behind like this. Just the small mistakes are punished so severely from this tilted forward lineup. Yeah,
they are definitely looking full form now.
Oh yeah, they are definitely the most improved team from week 0. Honestly, from the draft to now, this team has really exceeded a lot of expectations, just based on their early season games here. They, I guess, under the direction of head coach Aaron Swift.
Yeah, I bet Swift is currently sitting at home jizzing his pants about how good he is at drafting a team and pick band.
Twitch chat, he says, I haven't made this many sex noises during a league game since my league career. So yeah, it sounds alright. It's very accurate.
It's gonna be tough for TD2 right now.
Their top lane seems to be pretty evened out. It might even be pushing for them. It looks like, but the bottom lane looks like it might be pushing against them. But yeah, there's nothing they can really do. They can't really all in with this lineup. They cannot protect this inhibitor without dying themselves. And they'll just give that one up for free. Baron minions are now just arriving. But now that signals tilted forward to get and meet this juicy wave bottom. Looking for the second inhib of the game. Wow, this is a glorious minion wave. Look at it. They're all like lined up today. They are so happy
double cannon
for their masters tilted forward in this game. And then power goes down so fast. Up jump in the front line. Able to lay down all the
lord, the
knockup. Getting the triple knockup. MF ult in the back, but Thermidor,
this is a huge fight.
He shuts him down. Versasquatch stays alive. Salvo stays alive. 2 for 3 at the end of the day.
Oh, that flash.
Oh, Renai Circulation. He's looking for more damage. He's looking for more onto Salvo. Salvo playing very risky right now. Gets hit by the... Oh, no!
Oh, that Q.
Oh, man. The slow was... Oh, the combo.
That was a huge knockup by Sasquatch in that fight.
That, I mean, that saved the inhib. I mean, they got the inhib turret, but Yeah, it was almost a 2 for 3. It was 3 for 3 at the end of the day, but going even when you're behind, usually a pretty fair deal. And they do get to keep that precious element up, which is pretty important. Top lane has to be managed by Tilted Forward now. We're still looking at pretty much a 6k gold lead. 7 towers to 4. There's so many towers that have been taken at 29 minutes in this game.
Yeah, Tilted for or TD2 is doing a really great job though at stalling out this Baron. Like that fight was huge for them, stopping the Tilted Forward. Uh-oh. My circulation might be caught out here. You don't really Coffee, come on, man. You're a Tryndamere. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Just 3 tentacles. Just cut them off.
It's like a boss fight in a game. It's just you caught off.
You're playing Dark Souls.
It's like a new stage of the boss fight. Oh, Thermidor, he flashes in. He's looking for the knockup. Doesn't quite land it, but he'll get the ultimate on the jump.
And jump GA's popped.
Yeah, and so he's gonna stay alive.
Not for long.
Not for long. Yeah, that's a free pick there for TD2. Good aggressive move out of Thermidor to see that one.
Coffee cutting off the wave. That's really nice.
Yeah, and another dragon going over.
Uh-oh, this could be dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
They need to get out.
Channeled into 3 more members.
They need to
coming
leave.
into Thermidor. He calls for the fight. He tries to go in, goes in, gets exhausted, and he'll trade his life out to keep his members alive, but I don't think it'll matter. Cruisemaster goes down. Salvo able to retreat into the enemy blue side and
that
keep
was
his life
very
here.
disconnected. Oh my god, Coffee.
Coffee looking for a steal there, and yeah, he's not gonna get much.
What are you doing, Coffee?
Yeah.
I was a little... I was a little boosted.
Yeah. Oh, no! Thrifty Senpai with the flash over the wall, lays down the snare under his Sasquatch. And
oh, that wind wall, though.
Passive. He's got the Hex Drinker. He'll flash. He'll stay alive, actually.
The wind wall saved his life. Oh, but that dash... dash... Buddy, you gotta know that doesn't take you...
Can you do that?
No. Unfortunately, you cannot dash over the wall using a Razor Beak.
I don't know if he knew that, but he was gonna try it anyway.
Oh!
The exhaust comes out! Salvo one in from the map strike to get to the shutdown! Oh my god, Thermidor, he's going in, he's looking for it, Glacial Vision
and
comes
Thermidor
out,
drops him down.
The knockup, Thrifty's gonna go down, Thrifty.
And Salvo's getting free auto attacks here.
Yeah, Thermidor very low on that front line. Nice circulation just getting out, very low. But Salvo on this Kog'Maw, seems he's entered his power spike here. Trinity Force and Runaan's completed.
This is scary point now for Tilted Forward.
It is. It's getting there. Yeah, we're at 32 minutes here.
Not a lot of their members can now deal with the just sheer damage that TD2 can do.
Yeah, and it's a very squishy lineup, like we were mentioning in the draft. And Kog'Maw only needs about 2 seconds to kill any of these members, aside from Rom.
I really want to see Coffee just start to fight these people he finds 1v1. Does a ton of damage, and with those extra crits that Tryndamere can do, it's really dangerous to be caught out 1v1 versus Trynd.
Yeah, especially against Vel'Koz. I think the Tryndamere should be able to win that 1v1 as long as he dodges one ability at least. Vel'Koz is still a very immobile mage at the end of the day, and I think with the move speed from Static Shiv, I think Tryndamere should be able to keep up with that.
So look at Tilted Forward right now. Look at that inventory. They had 5 pink wards for a second until Blab dropped his in the bush behind Baron.
Yep, that is good. Very good warding on Tilted Forward. Earlier I was very impressed by their early river wards. And yeah, they're just going to keep this up. Everyone's buying a pink. It's all a team effort when it comes to warding. And they're group 5 in the mid lane. They're looking to take this free inhib here, or this open exposed inhibitor.
I don't think it's so free anymore.
It's not free yet, yeah. But it's going down very fast, actually. Nanosnipe maybe looking to land the last kill for Thermidor. He goes in,
good flank. Stripes caught out.
In the backline, jump but he's the lamp
goes down.
Salvo goes down now.
For Sasquatch,
going huge. His life traded out. For Sasquatch going huge in the backline. Double kill for him. Kiss on underly now. He goes down.
Ace.
It's an ace! for TD2. Triple kill for a Sasquatch.
And they have their jungler up. That's gonna be Baron, I think.
Oh, this is so barren. TD2 showing up huge in these late game
Thermidor and
team fights.
Sasquatch carried that fight from coming from that flank. And Stripe got caught out from the Kindred ult and then flashed away from it, so he just went down.
Yeah. 3 Baron, TD2. They don't count them out.
Their
It's still
team
anyone's game, man.
is hitting critical mass.
It is. I mean, it's also
And I say
it works
that
on the inverse too, because Salvo, he's like, you know, I don't want to say the main damage threat. They all of the damage threats on this lineup do a lot of damage, but he's the safest, right? He has range. He's the ranged carry of this team. He even went down pretty early in that fight, but Sasquatch and Coffee were able to pick up all of that slack. Is there enough CC? Is there enough burst from this tilted for a lineup?
not sure. They need to figure out a way to stop letting TD2 to get on that backline. Madam Stripe is dealing a ton of damage for them, and if he keeps going down so early in fights, I don't know if they can pull it out.
Yeah, this the question we all want to know the answer to. Mercurial Scimitar actually completed for Salvo on this Kog'Maw. Now see Coffee, he's going in.
And he goes down. Thrifty's having none of it right now. Thrifty's about the only person right here who can be like, screw you, I'm not dealing with your nonsense.
Yeah, I'd imagine Thrifty's maybe getting a little frustrated at this point, because this game maybe could have been closed out a little earlier.
I think all of Tilted Forward is tilting it forward right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's important for them, though, to stay calm, to not tilt, because this is still a very winnable game. They still have the gold lead, for God's sake.
This is also, taking a look at it, Dubdrum's only got 4 stacks of Mark of the Kindred. That's really low for 35 minutes into the game. Started out strong, but it's really slacked off since.
Yeah. I mean, it's been so long since Kindred was meta, I don't know what the benchmarks are nowadays. I'd imagine 4 is still pretty good. Just, you know, it's like, it's just a bonus, basically, at the end of the day. But yeah, I agree. I think they're maybe like 6 or so at this point. It'd probably be like, you know,
6
very
would be
efficient.
Right about where it should be naturally.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of stuff has happened this game, and at the end of the day, organized play, it really comes down to grouping with your team, leaving those marks behind.
Elder Dragon is going to be huge.
This Elder Dragon seems like a bad idea already.
For both teams.
For both teams.
Avoid that objective.
So there's 2 dragons for TD2, right? Or what do we got?
Yeah.
Here we got 2, a cloud and a mountain.
Oh,
And
this
Tilted
rotation
Forward
though.
has 2 as well, 2 clouds.
This rotation.
Yeah. Oh, and they see it. They saw the wards. They're just leaving Dragon, going straight to mid, looking for that inhibitor, and the recalls have to come out for TD2, but I don't know if they're going to be fast enough.
Law's already down for Thrifty. Got a couple seconds until that's back up.
And
But that's the inhibitor.
Nice, good, clean rotation out, tilted forward. Very smart there to pick up that free inhib.
And they have that huge top wave right now. That is going to take a turret. Maybe 2.
Yeah, if no one from TD2 goes and answers that, it'll be another tower.
Tilted Forward's just got to play the waiting game right now.
Yeah, Tilted Forward, looks like they're looking for some kind of bait. They're looking for TD2 to come to that jungle. They're very hesitant right now. They're just looking to see if they can get a free pick before they actually do this objective.
Oh, this would be the time for TD2 to go in, because they saw Blab away from their team.
Yeah.
That's a huge amount of AoE damage that they would be losing in a fight.
They're probably letting Coffee, though, push out that lane a little bit.
I do like this, that they were able to get Coffee over there and farm up that wave before it took turrets. Because that was a dangerous wave to just let sit. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is really tense now. Both teams really scared to actually start this fight. Because I don't think any team knows
There's not
who's
a lot
gonna
of
win
armor.
at the end of the day. These are so explosive. So much damage is traded in these fights so fastly, but it's already half down. This Elder Drake, they gotta make a decision. They gotta make a decision fast. Coffee, he's going in for the tier 2 in the top lane here, and
Oh, man.
it's getting very low. Dragon goes back into the
Oh,
pit.
but
Is it
Thermidor
healing
was
though?
knocked up.
Shutdown comes
Remember
in for
Sasquatch
Senpai.
gets put down.
And that's going to be the Elden Ring secured by Dub Jump.
Game.
Oh, Thrifty has to use his Zanyas there. He will stay alive though. Salvo is off on the side by himself, has to back up. Now he's forced the TP to answer to not lose an inhibitor here. Let's go back up here. Let's see what's happening. Coffee pops the ult. Is going to get the tower. He's going in on Thrifty. Senpai. Flash auto. Not going to be enough.
Oh, man. That's a lot of damage coming out of Coffee now.
Yeah. He manned up. He did it. He was looking for that 1v1. He was looking for the play of the game to really secure his team a lead, but it's going to be another inhibitor going over to Tilted Forward.
All in all, I think that was a good change after the dragon fight, because Coffee was able to deter Thrifty enough so that they wouldn't just commit to the base and end the game. Because I feel like Tilted Forward had a chance right there to just end the game.
Yeah, potentially. I think they weren't. Because Thermidor wasn't really posturing in a way where like he was like, I'm gonna go in and try to steal this.
Well, Kishot
life,
had a
whatever.
huge Braum ult there to stop Thermidor from going in. He tried to EQ into the Baron Pit, but was stopped by Kishot underling with the
Glacial Fissure. Nice.
Glacial Fissure.
He's been super on point. Very impressed by his Braum play this game. 3-1 and 12, man. What a scoreline here. He's got all the right tanky items too. Throws them hard. Best item in the game. Locket of the Iron Solari. And he's working on that Randuin's Omen, which is like the most value Omen you could get against this lineup. Everyone
I also
on that team crits.
really like the fact that he went for the forward item, or the forward adaptation of the talisman.
So yeah, TD2 sort of relegated to keep pushing out these super minion waves in mid and bottom. Tier 2 in the top lane is going to be a very easy take, yeah, and then TD2, they're making the right decision here, just giving this up for free.
Yeah, they should not go anywhere near that.
Yeah. But now it comes down to this, the sole inhibitor tower alive for TD2. Will they make a play on this? Will
Dragon buff has
fight?
expired, so they don't have that extra damage to back them right now. So they do have tons of time to stall. They have options with either this or the Baron right now. Oh, but the
Thermidor
engage
going
by
in, he's gonna
Thermidor.
lead on the ultimate, the Nanostripe's in the backline along with the nice circulation, they're just getting their ultimate for free. So much damage coming in, but double kill for him. Cello, he's still alive, he's doing damage, double kill for Sasquatch. Going in onto for nice circulation, but Dub Jump, he's still alive in the backline.
Oh no,
Cello
Dub Jump's
behind
still
you.
alive.
Dub Jump is gonna go down for
Wow.
Sasquatch. Quadra kill for him.
Wow.
And an ace, the sole surviving member on this map, is for Sasquatch for TD2.
And he's able to defend the base. That's... wow. That Yasuo game is strong right now. Yeah, 30, I think you were fine speaking in that fight. It was more me just freaking out.
Oh no, I don't know. We're doing some analysis on your analysis 2 minutes ago or whatever. I don't know. That was a crazy fight. Where did Dub Jump actually was in the Cataclysm? But
yes.
How did he come up behind Salvo? Did you see?
Because he dropped his ulti and was able to survive all the burst, but also saving most of TD2's team. He was able to maneuver himself out behind Salvo.
Wow, this
game's a lot more exciting than I thought it was going to be.
I know. I honestly thought the game was over after that first bot fight where they got 4-0. It was like so decisive. It looked like Tilted Forward was firing on all cylinders. This cheesy team comp on TD2, I thought they had no chance here, to be honest. But man, they have a chance, man. This is it. This is 43 minutes of this game. The gold lead's a little less. Yeah, it's like 3k gold. This is nothing at this point of the game. It means nothing to Tryndamere and Yasuo and Kog'Maw that
Yasuo is
their
at
team's
full
down
build right
3K.
now.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter at this point of the game. Oh, Coffee looking for a recall there. He's gonna get his recall stopped because he's recalling. He has to manage this bot wave that's going into their Nexus towers. He does have the teleport available. Same with Thrifty, but he's staying.
But they've already lost the
with
turret.
Root.
It's
Yeah.
low rotation out of TD2.
Yeah, they're just baiting this Baron. They don't want to start this. They know this could be a huge Baron throw if they sit in that pit. They're just like one Cataclysm and a couple autos from Salvo from dying. And in like for Sasquatch landing like a juicy type hit knockup.
Yeah.
It is so dangerous to go over in that Baron pit. And yeah, they're just looking for one of these squishy members to peek their head into the river. They're looking for something. But meanwhile, this happening, Coffee just gets this free push on this bottom lane. How far will he go before an action is made?
Don't know, but it looks like Tilted Forward's going to try to re-rotate into that mid lane again.
Oh, yeah, you see nice circulation. He's all by himself. Thrifty's in the river. He's going to try to come up behind them, but yeah, they're totally going to catch him out. Flashes the Cataclysm, but it won't matter.
This is huge.
Down.
This is huge. It's a base race now.
This is a base race. I don't... Recall's coming in for TD2 too.
Oh, my lord.
Yeah, they're going to pick up
How much can Coffee take? They're going to lose these two inhibitors. Just the one?
Is fast enough, yeah, just the one so far, but Coffee, he's in this top,
How much can Coffee take?
Yeah, and Teleport comes out for Thrifty Senpai, but he will definitely get this tower, and can Thrifty battle this guy 1v1? Here we go, Coffee, going for the autos, going for the short dash, going for the flash, Clock comes out, snare, Tryndamere ult his channel, and he dashed in, there's the auto
Mr. Coffee solo kills Thrifty.
With the solo kill, this might be it. Coffee is gonna try to stay alive and get the inhib, but he doesn't. Madam Stripe shuts him down.
That's still huge.
But it's not an inhib trade. It's still, at the end of the day,
TD2 should have honestly rushed to the Baron with their 4 members.
Oh, I mean, you rush. I don't know, man. These are some very tough macro decisions that have to be made. This really stresses the team's mental fortitude, man. And the Baron is started. They are doing it. TD2 is in the pit. Glacial Fissure comes out to try to stop them or delay them or do something, but it's not going to be enough. Smite it away. Baron going for TD2.
Gets the Baron. And now they're catching out Braum.
Ooh, nice circulation with a great build comes out over the wall. Gonna lay down some damage, but the knockups come in. Thermidor Cataclysm onto the backline. Madam Stripe is caught in. The Cataclysm, both of the carries go down.
It's Salvo.
Salvo going huge double kill. It's a 4 for 2.
For Sasquatch live? Oh, he has GA. Okay. Wasn't. Wow.
Yeah, man, this is looking so crazy. 13 flashes over the wall. He's looking to pick up Salvo. This is the last effort. And he does.
He gets him.
Zonia's a little too early though.
But he will go down. And Coffee, this is the game.
Yeah, this is it,
TD2, the technicality.
And now they have just gotten the gold lead. Since their first flood at the very start of the game, they get the gold lead back 47 minutes later. And they're gonna get the Nexus 2 here. Huge upset in week 5 of the SBL.
Bros. The Sword Bros.
The Sword Bros. Wow, what a game.
I'm shocked.
I think a lot of people in the Twitch chat are shocked. I think 5 members and a head coach for Tilted Forward, they're also shocked.
I want to bring in the Sword Bros to talk to.
Oh yeah, let's bring them in here. Bring in bring in for Sasquatch and Mr. Coffee. Maybe we gotta drag him in.
Maybe.
We'll see what we can do here. I know one of them has.
Asaki!
Oh my gosh.
Coffee. Welcome to the Cashes booth. Congratulations on the win here. What did you just say to me? What was that?
That was the Yasuo Asaki when he fucking throws the Q.
Oh.
It's yeah.
You know,
there's a whole Void Boy meme about that. Come on, man.
Well, Trade's great because the kills are great, but the deaths don't matter.
Yeah, so Coffee, I want to start out this interview with a question towards you. How did it feel going up against Thrifty Senpai in the top lane?
Okay, so I knew this was a lose-lose situation because I know that let's just straight up say it. Renai Circulation, aka Blab, and Thrifty, they're better than me. So I figure if I go even, I have exceeded expectations. If I get shit on, I technically have exceeded expectations. But the thing is, I'm Tryndamere, and once again, expectations don't matter. You just show up wherever.
It's not about the deaths. It's about sending a message.
Exactly. Oh my god. Who let this happen?
I don't know
Who
how
let
many.
this happen?
I don't know how many times we said, Coffee, go kill yourself for that tower.
Yeah.
I think we said that more
Kamikaze.
times.
And I want to say, this was all. I just want to let everyone in the league know that this was all Thor and Scotch's idea that I learned and played Tryndamere. They didn't realize it, but they made this happen. So if anyone's to blame, it is Thor and Scotch.
What?
So yeah, oh yeah, they made this happen.
Thor, you told someone to be a Tryndamere main?
Coffee wanted to get to gold, and I'm like, the easiest way to do it is just be a Tryndamere main, and now he's come full circle and brought it into the SBL.
A shout out to Death God Nero, who is my idol as well.
Oh lord.
The memes are too strong.
What's so funny though? I don't understand. Whatever. Okay.
The next question I have is towards you, Rasasquatch. That mid-fight at the inhibitor where you and Thermidor came from the right side on that flank, what was going through your head there?
Fucking feels good, man. I was just smashing the keyboard. Like, honestly, I don't think I've button mashed that hard in my life. Because, like, I took the engage, and then I managed to get on, I think, Stripe. And I managed to stick to Stripe, and at that point, I'd finished my Bloodthirster, and I was like, holy shit, I'm not dying. Like, I'm healing so much off this stupid item. And I was like, oh, I figured that I was going to die, and I was like, all right, guys, I'm dead. And then I just, like, lived, and I'm like, never mind.
Yes.
And we just, like, started winning the fight. It was awesome. That was a good feel.
I didn't see that
triple
coming.
kill really helped keep you guys in that game.
There were a lot of things that barely kept us in that game. I'm actually really surprised that we were in that game.
All I'm gonna say is Yasuo is love, Yasuo is life.
Then to win, baby.
Well, I mean, there's some important questions to ask here.
Okay.
So to start off with the draft, is this? I mean, going into this week, you guys weren't competing for a second seed in a bye week. What is this? Is this a cheese lineup? Is this like? I mean,
dude,
you guys roll swapped as well.
We
are in the
are
mid lane, Cruise Master support. Is this something that's gonna stick?
We are versatile as fuck. Honestly, like it's hilarious because we have all these people who have these secondary roles which are not. They're not terrible on them. So it's like, you know, coming into today, Sava was like, all right, if they go double AP, then we're gonna do this. If they don't go double AP, then we're gonna do this. And then I really love that Blab picked Vel'Koz because that is a Yasuo's wet dream. Because like I was really worried that Thrifty was going to go mid with Lysandra, which would have been like 10 times harder of a matchup.
I was hoping for that though.
Yeah, so it ended up being it worked. Everything kind of worked out for us, I think, you know. And Salvo Cruz held their own in the bot lane. And you know, Cruz's karma is something we've talked about weeks and weeks and weeks, that it's something versatile we can flex it either into the mid lane or into the bot lane for support. And he really played it amazingly today. And that, you know, it is a cheese lineup. It really is. You could see Coffee mid next. Who knows?
Game on. Well, one thing too that I want to throw out there, and I know I've been kind of silly on this, but yeah, I was gonna make it a fourth grade analogy with versatiles, but I'm gonna avoid that, and I'm gonna go this route. One thing that was really cool that during that game, one thing that was really cool during that game though was like, no matter how bad it was getting, we were all like totally keeping our cool. Like no one was like screaming at each other. Everyone was super chill. Every time shit went wrong, we're like, okay, so now what do we have to do to win? Like, what do we have to do now? And we just kept on chugging along, man. You know, we lost a piston rod, and you know we're losing steam in our boiler, but the dank engine just kept on chugging, man. Chugga chugga, choo choo.
Dankest analogy 2016.
Well, I mean that's good to hear. The high spirits and
what do we have to lose
such
at this
an
point?
intense game.
I honestly call that the Salvo effect, though, because Salvo's not one to panic mid-game, and I think when Salvo doesn't panic, nobody panics.
The ripple effect.
It's a pretty good thing.
Okay.
No one hit the switch. No one hit the switch track on that one. Man,
I would also like
on the main line.
I would also like to formally apologize to Jub Drum for solo killing him twice that game. Feels good, man.
The last question I
yeah,
have.
Thor,
for
Oh my
go
god, there's
Coffee.
more!
I have one question left for Coffee.
Oh
When
god.
did you finally realize that I can solo kill Thrifty Senpai?
Well, I didn't realize it at about 8 minutes in when he shit on me. I didn't realize it about 14 minutes in when he shit on me, and I didn't realize it about 22 minutes when he shit on me. But I realized it at that point when I was like, okay, I'm either gonna die here or I'm gonna keep hitting him and then die here. So it just you get a lucky crit or two, and there was nothing calculated there. Thrifty Senpai, man, he's my hero. I respect him, and I went toe to toe, and I don't know how it worked out. I kind of blacked out for about a good 6 seconds there. So whatever happened is probably on the stream, and I'll catch up later, and I'll get back to you on that question.
To be fair, Coffee did stream Resquect after he solo killed
I did.
Thrifty, so you know. Oh man.
Oh my god, I can't believe we're in the casters booth. How do we win that game? Well, I'm still coming down from it, so.
Yeah.
I like. Oh, by the way, the SBL pause literally was Coffee going, "Wait, I have to say goodnight to my daughter," and then just like disappears, and we're like, pause, quick."
that brought me my zen, man. That brought me back to real life. That this game was all about Kylie, and Kylie made this possible. I think we can stop now.
Wow, yeah. I think
TD2 win brought to you by Kylie.
Yeah, we.
I'll send the picture for next week.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so that I'm speechless. Yeah, this.
Aren't we all?
Just,
You're
yeah.
obviously not. You keep talking.
Cut the stream. Just
Let
we're
it go.
done,
Cut
yeah.
it, man. Cut it. We are